remain standing, Dr. Vinnie Nathan, Auburn University Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Good evening and War Eagle. This evening, we celebrate Auburn University's Spring 2026 graduates from the colleges of Agriculture, Architecture, Design and Construction, Human Sciences, Nursing, and our undergraduate students from the College of Veterinary Medicine. We begin our ceremony with the presentation of the colors. Gentlemen, please remove your headdress, and everyone please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. March on the colors. Margaret Ann Burnham, Margaret Ann Burnham, Lauren Fuller, and Megan Warhurst, all of who are majoring in music education, will lead us in the singing of our national anthem. Thank you, ladies. Retire the colors. Please be seated. Commencement is the most distinguished and important ceremony we host at Auburn University. Before we begin our program, I would like to introduce some members of our platform party. As I call your name, please stand. Mr. Walt Waltos, member of the Auburn University Board of Trustees. Dr. Chase Bringardner, Associate Provost for Academic Affairs. Dr. Jason Thompson, a 1993 graduate in Chemical Engineering from the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, cardiologist and managing partner at the Birmingham Health Clinic, and tonight's commencement speaker. Mr. Corey Edwards, Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs. Mr. Jeff Moore, President of the Auburn Alumni Association. Dr. Stephen Taylor, Senior Vice President for Research and Economic Development. Mr. Kurt Sasser, Associate Vice President for Alumni Engagement. Mr. John Wagner, Secretary to the Auburn University Board of Trustees. Ms. Beth Thorne-Stukes, philanthropist, educator, Vice Chair of the College of Human Sciences Dean's Board of Advisors, former chair of the Auburn University Foundation Board and tonight's honorary degree recipient. Dr. Art Appel, Interim Dean of the College of Agriculture. Professor Don Finley, Dean of the College of Architecture, Design and Construction and McWhorter Endowed Chair. Dr. Susan Hubbard, Dean of the College of Human Sciences. Dr. Greg Neuschwander, Dean of the College of Nursing and Barbara Witt Professor. Dr. Calvin Johnson, Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine. Dr. Ash Abibi, Interim Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Shali Zhang, Dean of the Auburn University Libraries. Dr. Aliyah Crawford, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs in the College of Human Sciences. Professor Justin Miller, Head of the School of Architecture, Planning and Landscape Architecture and Professor in the College of Architecture, Design and Construction. Dr. Alison Davis, Director of the PhD program and the Neuschwander Endowed Professor in the College of Nursing. Dr. Andrea Perkins, Co-Director of the Public and One Health Program and Clinical Assistant Professor in the Department of Clinical Sciences in the College of Veterinary Medicine. Dr. Virginia Davis, Breeden Professor in the Department of Chemical Engineering in the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering and Chair of the Auburn University Senate. Captain Leanne Salem, Assistant Professor of Military Sciences, Army ROTC. Commander Quincy Hochard, Executive Officer, Navy ROTC. Lieutenant Colonel Meredith Young, Commanding Officer, Air Force ROTC. Dr. Katie Horseman, Associate Professor in the Department of Pathobiology in the College of Veterinary Medicine, and she is serving as our mace bearer today. Dr. Jefferson Jones, Associate Professor in the School of Accountancy in the Harvard College of Business and our graduation marshal. Mr. Rick Smith, Senior Lecturer and Internship Director in the School of Communication and Journalism in the College of Liberal Arts and today's announcer, and Mr. Stephen Geis, Interpreter for the Deaf in the Office of Accessibility. Our faculty and administrators are the very heart of our university. Today they have prepared tirelessly to prepare you, our graduates, for this moment. Let's give them a round of applause. Please be seated. I would like to make a special note. President Roberts could not be with us today. If you know President Roberts as I do, there is only one reason why Dr. Roberts is not on stage today. He is attending his own child's graduation, and like all of you, he is celebrating this milestone with his family. Now, for the reason we are here, would our candidates for graduation please stand and be recognized? And that's all of you. Please stand. Behind every graduate is a village of people who walked this journey with you, parents who encouraged you, family members who sacrificed for you, teachers and mentors who guided you, and of course those friends who stood beside you through every late night and long semester. Graduates, you truly do have the loveliest village behind you. So I ask that you please take a moment to turn around and offer a big Auburn thank you to those who are here today or those who are joining us by live stream to recognize folks who have helped you reach this milestone. Please be seated. Today is a remarkable moment in your lives and in the life of Auburn University. Moments like this remind us that a university is not defined by buildings or traditions alone. It is defined by people, by the determination of students who choose to work hard and persevere through challenges, by the faculty and staff who have guided and encouraged you, and by the families and friends who believed in you every step of the way. Since Auburn's founding in 1856, more than 340,000 students have earned degrees from this institution. This weekend, we welcome a record 538 more graduates into that proud family. The number itself is not what matters most. What matters is the difference that each of you will make in the lives of others as Auburn graduates. Auburn alumni serve communities, lead organizations, expand knowledge, and work every day to make the world better. Today, you are joining that enduring tradition. As you leave Auburn, you leave with more than a diploma. You carry the responsibility to use your knowledge, your character, and most of all, your compassion to make a difference. The education you received here has prepared you not just for a career, but for a life of purpose. Each of you here today knows that reaching this moment did not happen by accident. It came from hard work, long nights, and the determination to keep going when the path was not always easy. Those experiences shape more than your education. They shape your character. And in many ways, success in life comes down to heart. The heart to work hard when things are difficult. The heart to persevere when plans change. And the heart to use your talents in service to others. Our commencement speaker understands that kind of heart extremely well. Dr. Jason Thompson's journey began much like yours. Originally from Trussville, Alabama, he came to Auburn University to study chemical engineering, drawn by his love of science, mathematics, and problem solving. He went on to earn not just one degree from Auburn, but two, completing both his bachelor's degree and later his doctorate in chemical engineering. Along the way, however, his journey took an unexpected turn. While completing his doctoral work, he quietly began studying for the medical school entrance exam, pursuing a dream he had carried since he was young. He completed his PhD while beginning medical school and went on to train at the University of Alabama in Birmingham. During residency, his path was tested in ways few could imagine. However, he persevered and emerged from that experience with an even deeper sense of compassion for the patients he would one day serve. Today, Dr. Thompson is a leading cardiologist in Birmingham. His work reflects something that Auburn has long believed, that education is not only about knowledge and achievement, it's also about service to others. In the Auburn Creed, we speak of the human touch, which cultivates sympathy for my fellow men and mutual helpfulness and brings happiness for all. Truer words could not be spoken for an Auburn graduate whose life and career reflect that human touch every day. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jason Thompson to deliver your commencement address.
So thank you, Provost Nathan, for the kind remarks. Faculty and administrators, moms and dads, friends and family, graduates, thank you for allowing me to be part of this special day. I am both humbled and I am honored. Graduates, I've been exactly where you are. It was 30 years ago, but I can remember my head swimming with emotion. I remember the excitement as I prepared to take the next step, the sadness and goodbyes to my friends, and the insecurity in not knowing whether or not my parents would continue to pay my car insurance. For the record, they subsidized my insurance for another 7 years, but that's a negotiation you're going to have with your parents. Graduates, you are to be commended. You have completed a rigorous course of study and brought this chapter of your journey to a close. Over the course of your careers, you will help shepherd innovations that today are scarcely imaginable. Some of you will engineer crops with enhanced resistance to drought and pest. Others, through telehealth and remote patient monitoring, will expand access to care in our rural communities as the hospital room increasingly extends into the patient's home. Still others will design green buildings that not only serve human needs, but also contribute meaningfully to environmental solutions. You have the tools, you have the skill set, you are on the road to success. Now, you must decide what success looks like for you. Success is deeply personal. No two people define it the same way. For some, success will be launching a startup. For others, it will be managing a clinical care team in a hospital. For someone else, it may be coaching Little League, being home for dinner, and quietly building a career marked by integrity. But there is a common denominator among those who achieve a measure of success, and that is ambition. Ambition is more than a desire for achievement. It is the willingness to prepare when no one is watching. It is staying up late to debug the code that no one else can fix. It is taking responsibility when a project fails. It is raising your hand for the hard assignment, the one all others avoid. You are finishing a journey that began not 4 years ago when you arrived on the plains, but rather almost 18 years ago when your formal education began. From learning multiplication tables to chemistry, from science fairs to senior design, every step has prepared you for this one. So what can I say today that will possibly matter? I would like to share a few practical principles that I have learned over a lifetime. Rest easy. This will not be a philosophical treatise on the meaning of life. I am, after all, an engineer. Remember, this is a practical world, so let me give you some practical counsel. First, success never happens in a vacuum. Behind every graduate seated here are parents who sacrificed, friends who encouraged, professors who challenged, and mentors who refused to let you settle for average. Perhaps your mom stayed up late reading a paper that she didn't fully understand for you. Perhaps your dad worked extra shifts to help cover tuition. Perhaps a roommate quizzed you at midnight before a final exam. Perhaps a professor circled your mistakes in red ink and wrote, "You can do better." On behalf of these graduates, I say to all of you who supported them, thank you. Second, life is rarely linear. We like to imagine a point A to a point B. We identify 10 necessary steps in between. We execute. We expect to arrive. Unfortunately, life does not work that way. Last summer, I drove the road to Hana in Maui. It's 65 miles of rainforest, waterfalls, and breathtaking vistas. It also has more than 600 hairpin turns and 51-lane bridges. You cannot speed through it. You cannot predict what's around the next corner. That is life. You will change jobs that you thought were permanent. You will pursue opportunities that you never anticipated. You will discover that something that you once desperately wanted in life brings you little fulfillment. I graduated from Auburn in 1993 as a chemical engineer with a job at Ciba-Geigy. My plan was simple: 40 years, retire, go fishing. Today, I'm a cardiologist in Birmingham. I trained through a PhD program, medical school at UAB, residency, and fellowship at Johns Hopkins. That was not in the original blueprint. The key life skill is the ability to pivot, to reevaluate, to adjust, to evolve. Christopher Columbus set out for Asia, and he discovered the New World instead. History often turns on unintended destinations. Third, there will be valleys. At 32 years old, I was diagnosed with stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma. My wife and I were expecting our first child, who is now a senior here at Auburn. I remember sitting in the oncologist's office thinking, this cannot be happening. I had plans, I had responsibilities, I had a young family. Cancer was not on my 5-year plan. Trials will come: illness, professional setbacks, loss, disappointment. As a physician, I see suffering daily. I do not always understand why it enters our lives, but I do know this: the greatest growth rarely occurs in seasons of comfort. My treatment was grueling. There were days I could barely get out of bed, but it changed me. It stripped away trivial concerns. It sharpened my priorities. It made me a better father, a more attentive husband, and a more compassionate physician. The challenges you face will shape you more profoundly than your successes ever will. Remember that growth is forged in difficulty. While success may highlight you, adversity will transform you. Now, 4 practical pearls. 1, never stop learning. You are not learning for recertification. You're not learning for continuing education credits. You learn because it's an investment in yourself. Because growth, once set in motion, compounds over time. For years, I have committed to reading at least 10 pages a day, but I do it every day. It sounds modest, almost inconsequential, but 10 pages a day is 3,650 pages a year. That discipline allows me to steadily absorb the latest medical journals and to revisit the definitive textbook of cardiology each and every year. More importantly, it keeps me anchored in relevance, continuously evolving, continuously sharpening, and never standing still in a field that doesn't stand still. Small disciplines produce extraordinary outcomes. Slow and steady wins the race. But learning does not end with books or journals. I try to learn from everyone, from patients, from colleagues, from trainees. Every encounter carries a lesson if you are willing to listen. Curiosity also keeps you relevant, allowing you to refine your thinking, expand your perspective, and recognize that wisdom can come from anywhere. Number 2, work hard. There is no substitute. The very first value emphasized in the Auburn Creed is hard work. That is not by mistake. When I was in medical training, there were nights I slept a few hours on a call room cot and I was backgrounding at 5 a.m. Projects will demand late nights. Startups will demand weekends. Leadership requires effort. Vince Lombardi said, "The price of success is hard work and dedication to the job at hand." If Lombardi is not your genre, then Google success and hard work. There are thousands of similarly themed quotes from politicians, scientists, soldiers, and entertainers. I am sure that there will be at least a few from people you've grown to respect. Number 3, choose kindness, because the world is always in need of it. It is not a weakness, but a quiet strength. Beyond its impact on others, its rewards return to you. It lifts your spirit, deepens your sense of fulfillment, and it builds a lasting trust. Kindness sets something powerful in motion, a virtuous cycle that inspires those around you to rise, to give more, and to go further than they otherwise would. Number 4, seek mentorship. I have heard it said that a mentor is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and a push in the right direction. Mentors catalyze professional development by helping you to grow, avoid mistakes, maintain focus, and build confidence, often far more quickly than would be possible on your own. That's it. That's 55 years of life experience distilled into 10 minutes. Thank you again for sharing this day. It has been my tremendous honor. Though you may not realize it as of yet, this university and the time spent on the plains during these formative years will reside in your hearts the rest of your life. Your experiences here have shaped you, they have steadied you, and at some point, they will call you back in ways that you can't yet imagine. I understand that names and places change here in Auburn. The Flush becomes Sweet Frog, Neons become Sky Bar, and Beardy's becomes the Jungle. But the Auburn spirit never changes. It has been good to be home today. As you move forward, I wish you a life filled with purpose, success, and genuine happiness. Be willing to pivot when the path shifts, work hard, stay curious, and never stop learning. Carry kindness with you in everything that you do. It will take you further than you expect. And above all, have the courage to seek out and pursue your dream. Your journey is just beginning. Make it meaningful. Congratulations, and War Eagle.
Thank you, Dr. Thompson, for your inspiring remarks. Before we recognize our students and begin our procession, we have a special degree to present. An honorary degree is one of the highest honors bestowed upon an individual by Auburn University. It is our institution's way of recognizing a select few very special individuals who have brought distinction to themselves, their communities, their profession, and our alma mater. Tonight, we are delighted to award Auburn University's 163rd honorary degree, the Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa, to Beth Thorne Stokes. At this time, I would like to ask Trustee Walt Walters to offer some additional words about our honorary degree recipient.
Thank you, Provost Nathan. Good evening. Tonight, Auburn University has the privilege of honoring someone whose life reflects the very heart of what it means to be part of the Auburn family. Beth Thorne Stokes comes from a family whose connection to Auburn runs deep. For generations, the Thorne family has believed in the values that define this university and have carried those values into their communities across Alabama. Those lessons of humility, generosity, and service were instilled early by her parents and continue to guide Beth in everything that she does. Beth began her career as a teacher in Walker County schools, where she spent 16 years helping young people discover their potential. In her classrooms, she saw something powerful, that education has the ability to change the trajectory of a life. That belief did not end when she left the classroom. Instead, it grew into a lifelong commitment to help others find opportunity through education. At Auburn, Beth has poured her time, her leadership, and her heart into strengthening this institution. She currently serves as the Vice Chair of the College of Human Sciences Dean's Board of Advisors, served as the President of the Women's Philanthropy Board, chaired the Auburn University Foundation Board, and helped lead Auburn's historic Because This Is Auburn campaign, which secured a record $1.2 billion to support students, faculty, and programs for generations to come. Most recently, Beth and her sisters, Babs Thorne Anderson and Becky Thorne Carroll, honored their mother by making the lead gift, naming the Barbara Drummond Thorne Academic and Research Facility for the College of Human Sciences. In doing so, they ensured that the family's love for Auburn will continue to shape the lives of students, faculty, and staff. Beth's life reminds us of a truth expressed in the Auburn Creed. I believe in work, hard work. Not simply the work of building something for ourselves, but the work of lifting others up, of investing in the future, and of leaving the world better than we found it. For a life defined by generosity, servant leadership, and an unwavering commitment to giving back, Auburn University is proud to confer upon her the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. At this time, I would like to ask Beth Thorne Stokes to come forward as I confer her honorary degree. Timing right here. In recognition of her lifelong contributions to the fields of education, philanthropy, and community development, and her steadfast commitment to Auburn University, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as a member of the Board of Trustees of Auburn University, I do now confer upon Mrs. Beth Thorne Stokes, the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, to which she is entitled, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereto pertaining.
Thank you. Congratulations, Dr. Thorne Stukes. Please let's give her a round of applause. Now, it is my pleasure to invite our Associate Provost for Academic Affairs, Dr. Chase Bringardner, who will introduce our students who are graduating with academic honors.
Thank you, Provost Nathan. War Eagle. First, I would like to recognize those students graduating with honors based on their cumulative grade point averages. Students with a grade point average between 3.4 and 3.59 graduate cum laude, and I ask our cum laude degree candidates to rise and be recognized. Please be seated. Students with a grade point average of 3.6 to 3.79 graduate magna cum laude, and I ask our magna cum laude degree candidates to rise and be recognized. Please be seated. Students with a grade point average of 3.8 and above graduate summa cum laude, and I ask our summa cum laude degree candidates to rise and be recognized. Please be seated. Would all those who have earned a distinction within the Honors College please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. Auburn is home to several esteemed honor societies that recognize exceptional academic achievement, including Phi Beta Kappa, our nation's most prestigious academic honor society for graduates in the arts and sciences, and Phi Kappa Phi, our nation's oldest and most selective collegiate honor society for all academic disciplines. Would graduates who are members of Phi Beta Kappa and/or Phi Kappa Phi please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. Finally, I would like to recognize our military service members. Would all active duty and veteran service members in the audience, as well as our graduates who are being commissioned into our military service this weekend, please stand. Thank you for your service to our country. Please be seated. We now come to the conferral of our degrees. I now invite our deans to come forward and present their student marshals and candidates approved by the faculty and recommended for the appropriate bachelor's degrees. We begin with Dr. Art Appel, Interim Dean of the College of Agriculture.
Thank you. Would Emily Claire Ward please stand? On behalf of the College of Agriculture, it's my pleasure to introduce our student marshal, Emily Ward, who's graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Biological and Agricultural Technology Management. Originally from Samson, Alabama, Emily developed an early passion for agriculture through her involvement in Future Farmers of America and a curiosity about how science and technology can improve the way we grow and sustain our food systems. Although she admits she grew up an Alabama fan, one visit to Auburn changed everything, transforming her into a proud Auburn woman. During her time here, Emily served as a College of Agriculture ambassador, peer mentor, and orientation leader. After graduation, she will remain at Auburn to pursue a master's degree researching drone technology for agricultural applications. Please join me in congratulating Emily. Now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Agriculture please rise. This is great. Trustee Waltos, Provost Nathan, Associate Provost Bringardner, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Agriculture, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Professor Dawn Finley, Dean of the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction.
Thank you, Dr. Bringardner. Would Madeline Claire Harden please stand? On behalf of the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, it is my pleasure to introduce our student marshal, Claire Harden, who is graduating today with a Bachelor of Architecture and a minor in dance. Originally from Auburn, Claire chose to remain close to her family while pursuing her education. And during her time at Auburn, she also discovered a strong sense of community within the architecture program, where collaboration with faculty and classmates helped shape her passion for thoughtful, human-centered design. Service played a defining role in Claire's Auburn experience. Through mentorship programs and teaching assistant roles within the college, she supported fellow students while encouraging excellence in design and learning. Beyond the studio, she volunteered with a church nursery and assisted families at local assisted living homes, experiences that deepened her understanding of how care, empathy, and community shape both relationships and the built environment. Following graduation, Claire has accepted a position as an architectural designer with Chapman Sisson Architects in Huntsville to join their healthcare team. Please join me in congratulating Claire. Now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction please rise? Trustee Waltos, Provost Nathan, and Associate Provost Bringardner, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Dr. Susan Hubbard, Dean of the College of Human Sciences.
Would Sophia Louise Snyder please stand? On behalf of the College of Human Sciences, it is my pleasure to introduce our student marshal, Sophie Snyder, who is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management with a concentration in culinary science and a minor in business. Originally from Auburn, Sophie was raised in the spirit of community that defines the Auburn family. During her time here, she has distinguished herself as both an exceptional student and a driven entrepreneur. As a freshman, she founded Sophie Sheffy, an elegant wedding cake business, and more recently launched Sophie Sweets as the first student concept in the Hospitality Management Incubator. That venture earned first place in the Tiger Cage competition, securing $45,000 to support her future business growth. Her talent has also been recognized on a national stage at the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament, where she was named Founders Room Most Outstanding Chef. Beyond her entrepreneurial success, Sophie has been deeply engaged in service and leadership. She served as a wing peer mentor for Auburn's Eagles program and held leadership roles through Kappa Delta and within her church community. After graduation, Sophie plans to continue expanding her dessert brand while growing her business across Alabama and the Southeast region. Please join me in congratulating Sophie Snyder. And now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Human Sciences please rise? Trustee Waltos, Provost Nathan, and Associate Provost Springardner, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Human Sciences, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Dr. Greg Neuschwander, Dean of the College of Nursing.
Thank you. Would Helene Katzakian please stand? On behalf of the College of Nursing, it's my pleasure to introduce our student marshal, Helene Katzakian, who's graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing and a minor in Human Development and Family Studies. Originally from Stockton, California, Helene chose Auburn after visiting the College of Nursing and seeing firsthand the supportive faculty and collaborative environment that define the program. Inspired by her grandmother, who served as a nurse for many years, Helene developed a deep appreciation for the lasting impact nurses have on the lives of their patients and families. During her time here, Helene was involved in organizations including UPC, the Pediatric and NICU Club, the Women and Maternal Health Club, the AUCON Ambassadors, and Project Uplift, while also working as an employee for Home RN. Following graduation, Helene hopes to work at UC Davis Medical Center in Sacramento, pursuing a career in emergency or critical care nursing, with plans to later continue her education and become a nurse practitioner. Please join me in congratulating Helene. And now would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Nursing please rise? Trustee Waltos, Provost Nathan, and Associate Provost Springardner, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Nursing, it's my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
And finally, Dr. Calvin Johnson, Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine.
Would Sydney Rooks please stand? On behalf of the College of Veterinary Medicine, it is my pleasure to introduce our very first undergraduate student marshal, Sydney Rooks, who is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Public and One Health and a minor in Hunger Studies. Originally from Milton, Georgia, Sydney discovered Auburn almost by chance, but quickly knew that it was the place she belonged. During her time here, she found the perfect academic path through the Public and One Health program, which allowed her to combine her interests in agriculture, human and animal health, and food systems policy. Sydney has been deeply involved in student leadership, serving in several leadership roles within the Auburn Student Government Association and as a member of the Freshman Forum. She also worked as an undergraduate research fellow with the Hunger Solutions Institute and served as a shift leader in the Campus Kitchens project. Her academic achievement and commitment to service were further recognized when she was selected as a finalist for the Congressional Hunger Fellowship. Following graduation, Sydney will attend Arizona State University and the university's Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law, where she plans to earn her Juris Doctor and pursue a career in public health and food systems policy. Please join me in congratulating Sydney. Now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Veterinary Medicine please rise? Trustee Waltos, Provost Nathan, and Associate Provost Brent Gardner, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Veterinary Medicine, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Let me first clarify something that Provost Nathan mentioned earlier, that President Roberts is not here because his child is graduating. You might wonder, well, why isn't she graduating from here? It's because she already did. She's finishing graduate school out in California. So, would all candidates for bachelor's degrees please stand? That's all of you. By virtue of the authority vested in me as a member of the Board of Trustees of Auburn University, I do now confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree to which you are entitled, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereto pertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Graduates, you will now come forward to be introduced as Mr. Smith calls your name to receive your copy of the Auburn Creed.
The College of Agriculture, Interim Dean Art Appel. Emily Claire Ward. Michaela Hancock. Leila Sylvia. Eve Caroline Jenkins. Bailey Grace McGwirt. Evan McClelland. John Marshall Pickett. Richard Hudson Drawn. Godwin Olabe. Robert Presley Redmond IV. Jake Edward Waddell. John Braxton Rhodes. Jonathan Riley Milstead. William Logan Crouch. Lee Richard Murray. Jonathan Parton. Hooper O'Neill. Molly Catherine Harrison. Jillian Kathleen Vaccarezza. Anna Claire Klingenbeck. Callie Nicole Ashley. Jonna Elizabeth Graham. Molly Nicole Chandler. Isis Quinones Capo. Summer Reese Chessera. Tucker Kenneth Niles. Ariel Gerland. Helen Willeben. Victoria Elizabeth Spry. Sydney C. Navarro. Savannah Lynn Phillips. Taylor McCullough. Caitlin Vandeveer. Kellyanne Karlovich. Brielle McKinley Hay. Ansley Elizabeth Abernathy. Malia Marion Neville. Amy Louise Johnson. Morgan Lucy O'Neill. Eli Rollins. William Christopher Holmes. Henry DeLamar Watson IV. Carter Gay. Carter Ingle. William Colwell Bibb. John Hickson. Margaret Wells Holliday. Chip Allen Morgan. Helia Sanders. Jasmine Irene Lopez Garcia. Reese Adam Hauk. Destiny Lorelei Brasher. Dawson Park. Brady Spradlin. Connor William Dickey. Caleb N. Mills. William Sadler McGraw. Marshall Allen Moss. Audrey Faith Garrett. Brianna Nicole Black. Madison Elizabeth Crawford. Victoria Petratus. Taylor Danielle Reeve. Camille Marie Jarvis. Kristen Nashawn Rowe. Darren Willis Jr. Taylor Odell. Catherine Claire Martin. Georgia Jean Love. Taylor Nicole Funderburk. Millie Claire Weston. Emily Moore. Kaylin Rochelle Akins. James Nicholas McFarland. Maxton Warren Fly. Cameron Adam McCrae. Greta Shantz. John Colby English. Judson Breyer Morrison. Wilkins Hunter. Alan Edward Cathy. Corey Eggleston. Tyler Kivy. Eileen Claire Hamilton. Tia Harrison. Ashton Phillip Aldridge. Jackson Stewart. Jesse Matthews. Mallory Catherine Kilgo. Madison Elizabeth Kirby. Eliza Jean White. Catherine Isabella Cooler. William Brogan Woods. Sarah Elizabeth Rowland. Alexander Schwind. Sarah Elizabeth Lipscomb. Lauren Sullivan. Savannah Sage Simpson. Jolie Stump. Darren Elizabeth Willits. Jordan Riley Jett. Juliana Grace Garrett. Sheridan Antcliffe. Mary Ryan Mitchell. Elizabeth April Koifman. Virginia Marie Hutto. Sydney Joyce Burge. Maria Marguerite Dold. William Keenan Klutz. Samuel Welsh Anderson. Gabriel Paul Robinson. Jacob Holland. Patrick James Smith. Nicholas Mark Kropinski. Brooks Bias, William Thomas Hanley III, Hunter Barker, Christina Abigail Long, Hannah Brianne Pierce, Bailey McKeever, Isabel Litkenhouse, Sarah Presley Thomas, Elliot Greer, Caitlin Rose Waddell, Elena Wiggins, Joshua Thomas Fain, Lauren Renee Buckaloo, Hannah Rose Wade, Emma Honecker, Anna Claire Kleckler, Hannah Ward Chancellor, Sydney Chase Nicewinder, Noah Phillips, Michelle Brittany Bird, Barton Lee Hicks, William Barksdale, Jacob Voder, Caitlin Deanna Bush, Tatum Riley Osmond, Sailor Mackenzie Reynolds, Gavin Michael Southern, Andrew Rossler Hitchcock, Colton Lamar Odom, Ty Monty Torbett, Peyton Faith Grubbs, Cassidy Reagan Fielder, Alexis Creech, Natalie Jane Moore, Madison Kate Gailey, Jenna Watson, Michael Spiegel, William Bradbury, Jacob Ray Jackson, Maury McDonald Adams, Raynon Stiefel, Pippin Parker Turman, Emily Ivy, Phoebe Grace Pittard, Samuel William Barnett Jr., Zoe M. Ochizak, Grant Edwin Webb, Grayson Michael Shackett, Christopher Antonio Thompson Jr., Hang on a second. I give you $5 if you do that. This way your parents get to see it. Grace Elizabeth Purrington, Xiaolong Wu, Carter Daniel Adcock, Pete Edward Dickinson, David Cole Brewer, Lucy Michelle Kirkland, Claire Kokert, Sydney Rebecca Gaskins, Valerie Castro, Carter Wyatt Brazell, Addison Cole Doherty, Aubrey Burley, Amanda Valentine, Olivia Rose Chatta, Meredith House, The College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, Dean Dawn Finley. Madeline Claire Harden. Ryan Zander Harrison. Ethan Brantley Edwards. Colleen Catherine McMillan. Madison Brooke Huffman. Jacob Allen Smith. Rebecca F. Essen. Samuel Anderson. Benjamin Casey Dillard. Samuel Thayer. Luke T. Bradbury. Abigail Dormany Collins. Lawson Foy Falk. Emma Johnson. Caitlin Ranheim. McCarthy Davis Harlow. Julia Helen Van Pelt. McAllister Annabeth Tucker. Caitlin Joan Warner. William Tanner Wallace. Landon Slay. Alexander Welch. Kate Eden. Rachel Noraki. Ian Cho. Mary Jane Olivia Herring. Emma Reese Clayton. Miles McGinnis. Zoe Mueller. Jack Marston Hulkyard. Dennis Anthony Lee. Lauren Michelle Kalasa. Hannah Elise Mirzwa. Sophia Renee Welling. Anika Tasnam. Samantha Segura. Emily Elizabeth Watson. Kylie Kendall. Elizabeth Davis Helms. Sophie Lynn Smith. John Wallace Felder. Brianna Eccles. Shannon Elizabeth Brennan. Bailey Michael Kennedy. Francis Parker Falconer. Grace Frazier. Sophia Kathleen Wilson. Sarah Whitten Carey. Katie Lorena Salinas. John Maxwell Rich. Ryan Carter Giegel. Mason James Greer. Jack Thomas Rottenberg. William Charles Cook. Grace Elizabeth Whitman. Anna Kate Hammett. Sophia Grace Willingham. Eliza Eifert. Emily Jane Godfrey. Ella Catherine Bryant. Madeline James Dobbs. Sarah Elizabeth May. Erin Cole Decker. Layla Morgan Harbison. Madeline Rose Milanowski. Raina Foslin. Garner Tibbetts. Eliza Wilkins. Shanna Fortier. Caden Bryant Davis. Michael Tuzo. Molly Claire Kordecki. Jeffrey Cole Page. Benjamin David Rehack. Zebulon Fox Oswald. Daniel Harrison. William Carter Angel. Kyle David Benjamin. Drew Williams. Thomas Joseph Duffy II. Daniel Warner Clayton. Bryce Luther. Taylor Ann Marie Young. Lauren Kilgore. Grace Elizabeth House. Christopher J. Simon. Sean India Joyner. Christine Dalpham. Annie Elizabeth Neal. Emily Diana Griffin. Ella Kate Ballard. Patrick Henley Johnson. Hang on a second. I'm going to tap it in real quick so your name will be up there. And I need some water too. Thank you. You guys having fun? Reese Miller. Zach Clemens. Jacob Grayson King. Luke C. Richardson. Graham David Rowe. Landon Joseph Patz. Kane Kennison Wright. Chase David Cortret. Landon Edmund Miller. Brady John Brockner. Larry Jackson Furman. Ethan Wayne Gray. Benjamin Michael DeVore. Isaac Anderton. Ryan Alexander Lee. Paula Guadalupe Gutierrez Rubio. Charlotte E.A. McLaughlin. Heather Henderson. Grace Sharp. Zach Edwards. Sean Keegan Dorrell. Jacob Michael Cook. Samuel Allen Crawford. Benjamin Clark Gowdy. Ian Edward Summers. Chapman Lee Andrews. William Kerr Cuggan. Andrew Edwards Morris. Redmond Clifton Smith. Ethan Hyatt Kazort. Chase Williams. Stephen Joseph Droll. John Brody Foltz. Christopher Connor Gilmer. Daniel Charles Kleisley. Nick Farr. Jeremy Chase Birchfield. Shelby Harp. Joshua Grant Carter. Nicholas Deason. Nolan Joseph Brennan. Elliot Connor Bray, Braden Smith, Hannah Grace Skipper, Emma Lee Roach, Elizabeth Walker Eicholt, Madeline Dorothy Hurt, Madeline Frances Morgan, Brantley Tripp Davis, Parker Sterling Elabash, Mason Waters, Abraham Roman, Tyler Vincent Saddleton, Adam Stanford White, Knox Mary, Andrew James Malden, Charles Evans Sizemore, Brian David Condon, Jack Couch, William Bledsoe Kemp V, Mary Claire Besh, Jaden Delord Polidor, Drake Larison, Josh Hickson, Rustin Cruz Roberts, Ian Gove, Zia Isabel Velasquez Remo, Cole Burrow, Logan Andrew Rollins, Graham Strickland Minor, Jackson Griffith, Daniel Brooks Moore, Elizabeth Marie Doss, Zoe Milani Waldrop, Kathleen Elizabeth Dotson, William Adler Rux, Eli Mount, Jack Suter Longoria, Zashu Mao, Reagan Carey, John Ranson Roussel Jr., Weston Swallows, Tanner A. Phillips, Jackson Taylor House, Luke Maxwell Hurd, Nicholas Akers Bates, Madison Gilliam, Nolan Anha, Jack Catchings, Gail Lynn Thatch, Danae Carol Whitney Ennis, Yesenia Soto Serrano, Katie Wayland Zhao, Taylor Morgan Anderson, Jordan King, Abigail Grace Best, Grace Elise Lafont, Kelsey Finlayson, Evie Jane Stubblefield, Dawson Emerson, Benjamin Shane Jenkins, Clara Jane Balcom, Gilda Ann Bell, Reesley McGinnis Jones, Mason Elizabeth Poole, Jimena Marianne Finco, Noah Caldwell, Damian Joseph, Parker Cunningham, Ryan Zinnu Fletcher, Samuel Tyler Mullinex. The College of Human Sciences, Dean Susan Hubbard, Sophie Snyder, Peyton Lee Vidrin, Erica Shea Bryan, Elliot Snowden Morgan, Lillian Emery Jamison, Morgan Claire Robinson, Amanda Donnell Cavender Williamson. I didn't mean to knock your hat off. Ashley Minifield, Jessica Grace Reeder, Lily Catherine Stevens, Gabriella Elizabeth Camalata, Claire Elizabeth Nielsen, Caroline Martins Roy, Michaela Ruth Melvin, Alyssa Henderson, Haley Elizabeth Pierce, Lindsay Lauren Agana, Emma Catherine Carpenter, Jared Alexander Adams, Josephine Ava Greenlee, Sarah Elizabeth Pryor, Ava Tate Hensley, Eleanor Spencer Peters, Gracie Caitlin Sorkowski, Beckett Chandler, C.J. Cummings, Patrick Klaus Marsden, Susan Finley Mann, Anna Grace Heidelbaugh, Paul W. Gruskovich, Anna Kirby Norman, Maxwell Vanderberg, Han Lee, Christopher Carl Svitek, Blair Elizabeth Finlayson, Carly Catherine McGriff, Reese Aubrey Banks, Taylor McClung, Emily Caroline Turner, Brooklyn Grace Palmer, Margaret Blakely Moore, Sana Elizabeth Montague, Emma Lee Page, Mary Elizabeth Jackman, Madeline Gail Thornton, Rotella, Madison April Rotella, Macy Amelia White, Rachel Elizabeth Reed, Alexandra Michelle Brown, Emily Bashline Blessey, Sydney Lynn Cousins, Catherine Parrish Arnold, Abby Pesca, Jaden Sherry Bentz, Kinsley Jordan Jarman, Connor R. McComber, Brooke Gover, Madison Bibb, Bailey Southern, Olivia Duncan. Elizabeth Ruth Ann Tillery. Hayden Wallace. Ashley Ann Wiggins. Megan Christine Voigt. Graylin Wagner. Amelia Lee Bowen. Riley Grace Parman. Amarise Nicole Hustad. Ansley Claire Addison. Ireland Rachel Riley. Jeanette Grasty. Emma Lindley. Melina Therese Marchetti. Peyton Gillum. Lauren Reese Osderaw. Hannah Jean Allen. Anna Grace Manry. Julianne Daler. Haley Ileana Matthews. Colin Wilson McCammon. Blakely Faith Guzar. Emma Cobb Gaston. Laura John Patricia Emerson. Daisy J. Bellamy. Isabella Kinsey Austin. Kristen Morgan Barr. Molly Rebecca Griffin. Caitlin Long. Isabella Caroline Nguyen. Claire Elizabeth Davis. Hadley Jane Helmstetter. Grace Adair Kay. Olivia Ann Mayer. Barbara Campbell Horner. Erin Graham. Lakin Gail Pickering. Mackenzie Marie Hughes. Lauren J. Clements. Ella Linnell King. Parker Bublick. Samantha Claire Carmody Burbrier. Kylie Grace Sokolow. Madeline M. Griffin. Adele Ruth Cox. Messina McLean Bombara. Anna Laura Fadak. Lacey Roller. Olivia Brantley Mitchell. Sarah Lynn Messler. Peyton Trotter Doss. Emma Grace Lamb. Allison Sloan Carpenter. Catherine Malia Turner. Hadley Sharon Marshall. Haley Ruth Chansey. Memory Malone Gamble. Marion Frances Cummings. Sarah Mackenzie Hill. Damas Grace Stribling. Ann Adams Ware. Jane Claire Braswell. Kendall Brooke Killian. Clara Howell. Elizabeth Crum Reeves. Amelia Lanier Hawk. Mary Frances Spina. Patrick Harkins. Caroline Guthrie. Lauren Frances Forte. McLean Elizabeth Bentley. Merritt Ann Knox. Lauren Frances Reagan McGinnis. Grace Lee Gardner. Catherine Elizabeth Powers. Anne Amelia Kearley. Ava Catherine Minish. Olivia Wilbanks. Julie Elizabeth Ose. Destiny Strong. Anicia Lakeith Daniels. Anna Claire Dorrell. Liliana Esperanza Rubio. Paige Suzanne Davis. Gabriela Dantas Pinto Lisboa. Helene Elizabeth Lila Markham. Riley Ringhaver. Elizabeth Tate Dungan. Kate London. Mercer Kaiser. Kylie Grace Argo. Hannah Gilbert. Greenlee Martin. Meredith Elwood. Rebecca Elizabeth Hamer. Catherine Ann Turner. Catherine Chisholm. Erin Henley Grigsby. Ella Kate Gunter. Stella Tupper Young. Josie Shannon Buckaloo. Haley Manka. Caitlin Suarez. Maggie Grace May. Emily Elise Klinger. Tess Bell Hudson. Catherine Gale Johnson. Jude Cleary. Matthew Wade. Haley Clayton. Claudia Saucer. Mary Teed. Ansley Claire Scales. Megan Tamburin. Kate Marie Shields. Reagan Brianne Jemerson. Catherine Elizabeth Simmons. Alyssa Grace Chambers. Hope Julia Lindley. Carson Etheridge. Jane Eleanor Martin. Ella Grace White. Francisco Javier Barragan. Joshua Galia Clow. Kyle Herod. Sally Frances Murdoch. Mary Alice Sasser. Margaret Caroline Dellamore. Mary Lucy Redden. Sadie Caroline Cassio. Elizabeth Whitting Jones. Elise Marie Detillier. Brianna Johnson. Ivy Catherine Houston, Autumn Grace Morgan, Emma Grace Harris, Rachel Roberts, Brooke Catherine Gattinio, Skylar Cameron Graves, Josephine Laura Nichols, Sarah Valentine, Alexander James Snowden, Chandler Simone Ross, Ella Sophia Schwartz, Hope Vanderreet, Aubrey Page Shiflett, Lindsay Jean Gump, Abby Nicole Curtis, Isabella Margarita Mueller, Grace Catherine Silverthorne, Sarah Madison Davis, Ruby Christine Thornton, Annie Virginia Dent, Noelle Marie Smith, Joy Elizabeth Gagne, Lauren Elizabeth Hancock, Caroline Friend, Sebastiana Giacomina Vievera, Callista Crawford, Ariana Jaden Howard, Chapel Lawrence, Hayden Bethany Colson, Gabrielle Elise Freeman, Mia Kathleen Brett, Elizabeth Ann Jackson, Paige Roman, Carson Noel Brooks, Laurel Brumbelow, Elizabeth Ellen McKinney, Zoe Alana Ruby, Ashley Nicole Johansson, Auburn Weston Todd, Catherine Elizabeth Spraggins, the College of Nursing, Dean Greg Neuschwander, Helene Kazakian, Caitlin Mixon, Reagan McKenna Davis, Emery Ann Stevens, Corinne Von Lidekin, Taylor Grace Whitney, Lydia Kelly Monk, Martha Leslie Balo, Grace Evelyn Kepper, Wellesley Kate Fuller, Margaret Elizabeth McGill, Mary Frances Roble, Emery Grace Carnes, Morgan Alyssa Chisholm, Sophia Elizabeth Herrero, Kaylee Nicole Riddle, Kendall May Perry, Caroline Grace Zeeland, Kylie Rose Herbert, Emily Grace Fuentes, Anna Lauren Bogue, Bridget Renee Cobb, Mackenzie Elizabeth Smith. Rosemary Irene Dodona. Ella Ivy Hogan. Gracelyn Joanna Williams. Walker Manning Self. Mackenzie Adelaide Riley. Elizabeth Marie Addis. Madeline Grace Dunning. Lauren Rebecca Fox. Chloe Athanasia Hanses. Gracie Morgan Foshi. Cambry Camille Rife. Callie Ruth Villama. Margaret Elizabeth Ball. Margaret Wilkinson Laird. Kathleen Audrey Hawkins. Hope McDonald. Claire Emily Mullenix. Caroline Olivia Clements. Morgan Avery Seaberger. Madeline Jane Peck. Sarah Catherine Neal. Reagan Elizabeth McGinley. Sophia Maria Blair. Ava Margaret McKenna. Kylie Ann Lacanole. Michael Kelly. Krista Nicole Marlin. Kate Lynn Winkleman. Lauren Marie Trombino. Michaela Ruth Magruder. Colin Andrew McWhorter. Fiona Georgina Washburn. Lauren Smith Rhodes. Kimberly Jansen. Alyssa Brooke Gosden. Haley Dawn Callahan. Nicole Alexa Devenitz. Madeline Brooks Riggins. Sarah Louise Rudder. Caitlin Nicole Blackwell. Abigail Thomas. Jack Harrison Sims. Catherine Ann Huddleston. Lucy Elizabeth Mantooth. Sasha Alexandria Peterson. Frank Spain Hodges Jr. Skylar Cruz. Grace Foster Limley. Hannah Roberta Foch. Lauren Alexandra Music. Mallory Elizabeth Wilson. Lucy Elizabeth Powers. Sophia Virginia Sarah Katanas. Lillian Minter. Evelyn Bell Kleckler. Grace Ann Beal. Natalie Peyton Fochman. Elizabeth Claire Lindsay. Kennedy Peyton Day. Mary Catherine Rookus. Grace Wagner. Brody Valdecas. Danny Thompson. Madeline Jane Graff. Ansley Lauren Deaton. Kathleen Marie Swets. Taylor Grace Van Antwerp. Elizabeth Gedra. J.C. L. Freeman. Molly Morgan Luster. Bryn Audrey Hammock. Anna Kate Bicknell. Lauren Brooks Smith. Sergio Romero. Mallory Blythe Simmons. Rachel Phillips. Zushu Jang. Madeline Bell Crane. Kendall Irby. Grace Ann Lauer. Connolly Elise Backus. Nolan Bennett. Megan Grace Roach. Olivia Grace Wallace. Catherine May Rojahowski. Kaylee Marie Clement. Taylor Mackenzie Ho. Kendall Lee Smith. Linda Delaney Vetter. Catherine Virginia Cannon. Sarah Grace Moore. Sophia Mary Fagan. Emily Brooke Helmka. Rachel Madeline Dinkle. Taylor Christine Bell. Jane Morgan Knight Sauls. Mary Davis Bricken. Catherine Eliza Barlow. Ashley Brooke Taylor. Caroline Hope Snell. Paige Campbell. Mallory Hope Tuning. Eva Magdalene Rohr. Sue Arbery Jackson. Claudia Jackson. Kandon Fong Lee. Hasuk Park. The College of Veterinary Medicine, Dean Calvin Johnson. Sydney Rooks. Jackson Nash Stewart. Lily Henderson. Jacob Whitney Gibbons II. Lindsay Rachel Blizzard and Daisy.
Let's congratulate all of our graduates one more time. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Jeff Moore, President of the Auburn Alumni Association, to offer our graduates an official welcome.
Thank you, Provost Nathan. Congratulations in War Eagle! All right. Now that you've fulfilled the academic requirements to earn your degree from Auburn University, you join an esteemed alumni network bound by the principles of hard work, honesty, and truthfulness, and a spirit that is not afraid. During your journey at Auburn, our devoted faculty and staff have sought to prepare you for future challenges by fostering innovative learning, strengthening your resilience, nurturing your personal and professional growth. You're now poised to take on the world. Your hard work thus far is merely a prelude to greater achievements. While your education at Auburn is a springboard for your future success, the meaningful connections you've made here will continue to flourish as life takes you in different directions. Auburn University alumni have used their degrees to serve others, better their communities, and succeed in ways they may have never imagined on the day they wore their cap and gown. I have no doubt each of you will follow in these footsteps. As you go forth, remember that Auburn will always connect you to each other. Whether you stay in the loveliest village or move across the world, there are plenty of ways to stay connected to the Auburn family. As president of the Auburn Alumni Association, I'm honored to officially welcome you as Auburn alumni. I'm so proud to share this special day with you. May you always believe in Auburn and love it. Once again, congratulations, and War Eagle.
Congratulations to all the graduates whose degrees have been conferred this evening. Graduates, President Roberts joins us in thanking you for choosing Auburn University. It's been our privilege to serve as your educators, mentors, and members of the Auburn family. As you begin the next chapter of your journey, know that wherever life takes you, Auburn will always be part of your story, and this place will always welcome you home. You may now turn your tassels to the left. We conclude our ceremony with the singing of the Alma Mater, led again by Margaret Ann Burnham, Lauren Fuller, and Megan Warhurst. Please stand and remain standing until the platform party has recessed from the stage.
Dixie, 'neath the sun-kissed sky. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations to all the graduates. We ask the graduates head arena floor in that direction, please. And guests, make your way to the main exits. You can join your graduates in the meetup tent located in the main parking lot. Have a good evening. War Eagle.